while there is a storm with a bunch of confused snowflakes whirling around outside my window, I wanted to come on here and talk about my most loved thrift finds from the past month, and also some things that I'm on the look for right now. Some things that I want to thrift but haven't found yet. So I have a quite big, it's like a flea market, but it's a secondhand store. I think it's run by, I don't know if it's a church or some organization, and the profit goes to helping homeless, I believe. And sometimes that store is a mess, and sometimes you can, I mean, it can be a mess, but you can still find really good finds there. And 2 out of 3 things that I'm gonna show you are from there. So the first thing I wanted to show you, that I'm just gonna show it to you. This giant wooden bowl. These are so expensive if you buy them from like a vintage store, or if you buy them even from a new store that sells like design stuff. These can be super expensive, and I just found it. It was just standing there, and it wasn't that expensive, and it's very big and it's super nice. And I like that it's this dark wood color. I'm not sure whether I want to have fruit or something else in this. What else could you have in a bowl? Because you're gonna have it on the table. What do you have in bowls? Because it's so big, so you don't want to have like a bowl of candy. I will probably have fruits in it. And it's super nice in our living room. Our living room is combined where we also eat. Behind me is our dining table. And this room has been a work in progress ever since we moved in 2.5 years ago. And I'm gonna finish this room this year. And for this room, if you've seen an old video on Caroline Winkler's channel, you've seen that we took her help. Caroline is a friend of mine, and she helped us find out, like, also put a name on the things that we already knew that we wanted. So she calls it the sexy library vibe, or a sexy library. And that's what we're gonna transform this room into. And some progress has already been made, but some things are still remaining. And one of the things that are perfect in a sexy library is dark wood. So, long story, I love this bowl. It fits perfectly in my sexy library. I guess you can have fruits in the library. Can you? The second thing I wanted to show you that I bought just before Christmas, and I was a little hesitant because I'm gonna show you. I bought these glasses. They are squared, and I was like, is it tacky? Does it look stupid, or is it cool? And I decided it looks cool. Sometimes it can be super hard when you are at the thrift store and you're looking at a bunch of things and it's not like a nice or a cool setting. So it's hard to envision what it will look like in your home. But we needed some glasses, and my husband and I have talked about how we wanna be people that has like expensive mezcal at home, or it doesn't have to be expensive, but like nice mezcal and like a nice fun liqueur and that kind of thing at home, so we can make cocktails. And I guess it also goes with a sexy library, because when I'm thinking sexy library, I'm thinking Mad Men, and I'm thinking like, I'm just gonna have a little scotch. Not that I would drink like that kind of drink. Like, I'm not an old-fashioned kind of gal. But I do love a cocktail sometimes, and we wanted glasses for that. I found these, and I decided they are super cool. I don't think they are from a nice brand or anything. They don't have any stamps. I bought 6 of them. They weren't that expensive. And now I'm very, very happy with them, because when I got them home and I put them on my sofa table that is also stained dark wood, I was like, this is a sexy library vibe. So I'm very pleased with them, and also obviously we needed them, so that's good. The third thing that is my favorite thrift find, also I just want to mention that when I don't typically do like hauls, because it doesn't really make sense, because most of the times when I buy new things, I buy like one thing and maybe the next week or 2 weeks later I buy something else, because I don't want to buy a bunch of things, but also because I don't have money to buy a lot of things. And most importantly, it takes time to find what you are really looking for when you're thrifting. Sometimes I see like other YouTube channels and they go to a thrift store and they buy a bunch of things, and I guess maybe they have the money and the resources to do that. But also I think it's hard to find the things that you really love in a store, and to be lucky enough to find many of them on the same day, that doesn't really happen to me. So if I go through a thrift store, I might find like one good thing, and maybe another day I find another good thing. So it's hard for me to kind of make a haul from just one day of shopping. But these things, I found the glasses and the bowl on the same day, so I was like, this is a good day. But I also wanted to show you these pair of jeans. I bought them very cheap. They were already cheap because it's a cheap thrift store, and they were brand new with all the tags, but they were missing a button. And sewing a button is not very hard for anyone, and I've been sewing a lot, as you may know. So I was like, okay, this is easy for me to fix, and it was only that thing. Otherwise they were really something that I needed and wanted, like a good pair of jeans, and they were my size. So I got them, and I think they were like 50 Danish kroner. So I don't know what that would be in USD. Maybe I'll find it here and put it here. And yeah, these jeans are my favorites at the moment, and I'm wearing them right now. I'll see if I can show them to you. So this is the button that was missing. Very easy to, oh, now the thread is, okay. Very easy to sew in a button. And they're high-waisted, and they're dark blue, and they had a tag behind. They had a tag here that I didn't like, so I removed that. And yeah, those three things are my favorites. I bought them in December. I think it's not everything I bought in December, but it might, because it was a lot of Christmas gifts and stuff, but it might have been the only 3 things I thrifted in December, maybe. Let's take a look at the things that I'm on the look for right now, that I want to thrift, and that means it's gonna take a little while. Okay, so the other day I found this lamp on Facebook Marketplace, and I think it's super cute, and I would love to have it either here in our sexy library room or in our guest room that I'm currently doing a makeover of. So stay tuned for that. That will be nice, hopefully, when it's finished. This lamp, she says it's bought on this vintage market online auction site. It looks like it's fabric, and I thought it was cute, and I really would like to have a cute lamp. I'm always looking for cute lamps. It can be cute, funny, a nice color, something like that. But this one looked like something from like maybe the 60s, and I asked her if she could send it, but she was like, it's hard for me to send it. So yeah, I don't know. I live in Copenhagen, she doesn't, so I'm not sure how I would get my hands on this. But more lamps. This lamp from Valerie Objects It's a wall-mounted lamp, and I've been thinking about like, is this something that I can make myself? Because it's basically a tube with a lamp on it, and these kind of small vintage lamps, you can find them pretty easily. It's more about like the tube. I don't know how I would do that, because I don't want like a big thick copper tube, but I also, because I want it to be like elegant. So yeah, I don't know if maybe you have a good suggestion on how to DIY a lamp like this one. But yeah, until I find a way to make this lamp myself, or have the money to buy one, I'm just gonna drool over them online. They come in different shapes and colors, and they're very, I like them because they're a little fun, and they come in different colors, so it can also be like a nice bright color to kind of brighten up the room. And you put them on the wall, and it's nice to have things that are not only on the floor, that are like on the wall or hanging in different ways. And I would love to have this one above like a reading nook, or above the couch. I really like this lamp. Another thing that I'm looking for right now is some kind of sofa bed. And I've been looking online, and I've seen a couple that I think are cute, but they are too expensive. And I've been looking online on Facebook Marketplace, but I haven't found the one. But this is a few examples of what I think would be nice in our guest room. And my issue is that a lot of them are very wide, and I don't want it to take up a lot of space, but I also want it to be, I mean, nice to sleep in for our guests. And yeah, so this is something that I am currently looking for. When I was looking for a bookshelf to have in the guest room, I was also looking at this vintage IKEA shelf. I think it's called Inetri, which is a weird word. I don't know if that means anything in Swedish, and all of the IKEA names mean something or are Swedish names. So I'm not sure what this means, but it's from the 90s, and apparently it's very popular right now. This one was sold for, or I don't know if it was sold for that, but it was listed for 3,200 Danish. That's a lot of money for an IKEA shelf, but it is a good looking one. It looks nice. So this is something that I was looking for, but I'm not looking for that anymore, because I found something else that we could use that is just like these kind of wall-mounted rails, and then you put your shelves wherever you want to. So I'm gonna use that instead, and I've been staining the shelves, and it's gonna be super cute. But this Inetri vintage IKEA shelf, if you have one at home that you don't use, you might earn some money selling it, because it seems like it's kind of popular. Oh, now I dove into the rabbit hole of Facebook Marketplace and all my saves, but this chair, I think it looks so cute and elegant at the same time. It's like a chubby kid, but also a rich and fancy elegant kid. I don't know if that makes sense, but it says that it's an Italian chair from a brand. Is this the brand? Mobile Girgi, designed by Mario Marenco in the 70s. Of course, 70s. It's very cute, and I fell in love with it. I knew I couldn't pay for it, so I saved it, and now it's gonna live on forever in my dreams. I don't know if it's comfy, but it looks very cute and cool. That would be perfect to have here in the sexy library, don't you think? I'm also looking for the perfect couch, like couch to have in our sexy library. We have one right now, but and it's fine. We bought it on Facebook Marketplace, I think like 6 months ago, and it's fine. But I would like to have a bit of a, not bigger, but like deeper couch, just a little bit, so we can be like reading a book on both sides at the same time. Now it's like it only fits one person lying down, but I also don't want, I hate those couches that are super deep and super soft, and it feels like it's gonna eat you alive if you, those kind of give me like a little panicky feelings, because it feels like you're gonna sit down and then you're gonna be there and it will soak you up and it will eat you alive. I don't like those kind of couches, but I would like to have a bit more of a deeper couch and have it be not super firm but firmer rather than super soft. I don't like super soft couches. I think that was it for this time. I have a bunch of different lamps saved and I might show them another time, but for now that was it. And I think I'm gonna do 2 videos a week now for a while and see if you like that. And I also have a coming makeover coming up. I'm very excited about that, and I actually need to continue doing that now. I hope you like this video and I hope to see you soon again.